Come join us as we adventure through Morocco, taking on challenging tracks, visiting vibrant cities and remote locations. We laugh, we cry, and we get downright weird as we discover the magic of Morocco.
I'm Cliff, an award-winning professional photographer, and this is Mon, expedition planner who keeps the wheels of this adventure turning. We've traded our office chairs for overlanding gear to travel the world, all in search of new challenges, a good dose of adventure, and importantly, to capture one perfect shot from the places we visit. Come join us.
Hi! If you've seen any of our other videos, you notice that this one is a little different. Instead of the voice of the British guy that is behind the camera, I'm gonna be your tour guide as we go back in time. But don't worry, Cliff will still feature just as much as Sully. By the way, this is Sully, if you are new to the channel and seeing it for the first time. When we're traveling in Morocco, we're changing the way we do our videos. So all the footage from that amazing country ended up sitting and gathering dust on our hard drives. So with no further delays, it's time to share the lost video of Morocco. We're saying goodbye to Spain and to Europe. To embark on a journey to Africa, to Morocco, the start of our Trans-Africa adventure.
Cliff, it's happening. Going to Africa? I'm paying. Very excited. Going to Africa.
As you can see, I was quite excited. Morocco had been on my list of places to visit for a long time. Our starting point would be names that capture the spirit of Morocco. Names that evoke images of faraway places, the mystic, the timeless. Chefchaouen, Fez, Marrakesh. Places of vibrancy, vibrant colors, vibrant textures, a vibrancy of life. Places of soft and dappled light, filtering in, breathing life into dark places. Places of hooded figures and winding alleyways, filled with endless trinkets, bustling markets, and humming restaurants, whose aromas drift all around, enticing you at every turn. Places full of cats and their fluffy butts. Places of doorways that led to artisans that other countries have forgotten. They stone mansions and their intricate work that fill the souks with colors. To the weavers who work non-stop at their ancient looms. To the metal workers whose hammering is like a constant chorus, just before the tourists throw them off key. And finally the tanners.
I don't know anywhere else in the world where you see something so medieval. It's also very smelly. They give you mint.
Nothing.
A place to see this age-old technique. A wonder for all senses and a paradise for photographers. These are places full of Moroccan spirit. Places you can rekindle your own spirit, finding doors to somewhere or nowhere, perhaps even to the perfect shot.
So many shots in Moroccan cities are busy and chaotic, and that's great. But I love finding simplicity. For me, this shot captures the spirit of Morocco. The colour, the cowled figure, the contrasting light, but it does so simply and minimalistically. This image is part of a special Moroccan limited time print bundle. 4 prints that capture the spirit of Morocco for us. Keep watching to experience the journey and find out about all 4 prints.
We have to be honest. By the time we city hopped through Morocco, it was time to go back to the wilds. And this morning, on the banks of a lake somewhere in the middle of nowhere, was the perfect antidote and the mark of our next chapter in Morocco. A journey through the Atlas Mountains, as we broke camp and climbed into mountains, through a completely different side of Morocco to the one we have seen. The mist descended, followed by the rain.
Look at all the sights you get to see.
And whilst it cleared, the tracks were soaked and precarious. The thick clay coated the deep treads in our tires and made their off-road ability redundant. We no longer drove, we slid. And just tried to keep Sully on the track and off the drop into the fields below. Yeah, I didn't feel like we were driving, we were really sliding. And you can see the depth of the tracks. It was just like, yeah, the wheels, they were not even spinning. It didn't feel like that they were turning. It was just like pushing all the mud. But as Cliff says, it's not an adventure if everything goes as planned. So there was just time for tea and to consider our life choices before pressing on and back into a familiar challenge. Concentration, fear, freedom, and some stonking good shots of Sully. We had hoped for better news in the morning. But instead, we are greeted with a flat tire. Through the freezing cold, we labored. And we could finally set a course for the destination we are most excited about. The magnificent Ait Ben Haddou.
I couldn't have asked for a better picture to capture the feeling of the Atlas Mountains. The mystique of Ait Ben Haddou captured in the pastel morning light, the moon rising in the background, a picture that makes you wonder. We love searching for shots and telling stories, and sharing our experience with you. That's why we've launched a special ebook aimed at helping you become a stronger visual storyteller. There's a link in the description below. We're so proud of this book and hope it will inspire the storyteller in you.
On the other side of the Atlas Mountains lies the desert, which is for us the most beautiful part of Morocco. We haven't spent a lot of time in the desert before, but we must say we fell in love with it. But instead of telling you we went here, we did that, we decided to actually show you 5 reasons why we love the desert and 1 reason why we don't. Driving on sand is tough. Look at it. Rule 1, go low. Really low. And then, enjoy the ride. As you blaze a trail through the soft stuff. Or find your way through the dunes. Although sometimes it doesn't go as planned.
No good idea.
You may even get stuck. Badly. And sometimes the sand doesn't even stay on the ground.
Let the great train robbery begin.
It blinds you as you try to drive. But one thing for sure, when sand is involved, adventure calls. Desert people are by nature nomadic, so there's something really special about overlanding and camping in the desert. It simply feels right. Parking under the palm trees, spending the next day among the dunes, nights spent with friends around the campfire, sharing stories with loved ones, evenings spent cooking up, or chilling because you're cooked.
Good.
Showering au natural just because you can. And properly filmed movie nights.
Dinner and a desert movie. The Mummy.
Desert camping, we love it. The desert isn't all about towering dunes. There are in fact many sides to the desert. From a desert filled with vibrancy to different ways of life. From a place that once had water and make you act like a kid, to the places that still have water and create a mesmerizing landscape. It is stunning. Next, it is about these very special creatures. Camels put a smile on your face whenever you see them. A smile in the morning as you are brushing your teeth. A smile in the day as you drive day away. A smile at night as you watch the sunset. And for people like me, even a sign about them makes me smile.
It's not every day that you see a sign like that. So cool.
Those hours when the sun is either declining or rising are special times anywhere. But it has a particular power in the desert. It's a show that doesn't end as the sun dips. It merely begins. With the clearest show of the stars you ever see. And as it rises, you are spellbound once more. What makes the desert unique is the sand that is everywhere. And that's the problem too. Sand is everywhere.
But I'm sure inside the vehicle's absolutely fine. Dusty?
Today we are trying a different strategy and covering all the cracks in the car.
I think it's worse than before. Look at this.
We were so lucky to be in the desert after a once-in-a-generation flooding, so the shot from this chapter had to include water. Whilst I know I tend to lean towards early morning or evening light, this shot, captured in the middle of the day, well, I know how much Mon loves it, and I think it captures that unexpected beauty we found in the desert.
Our journey was taking us south towards Mauritania, but to get there, we had to cross the Western Sahara. We didn't really know what to expect, but what we found was a great expanse of calm, tranquility, and nothingness. And sand. So, pressure on the tires, down again. We tiptoed the rocky path, excited for the challenge ahead.
And now we're going off-road on the White Beach.
we heard on this beach, you had to time the crossing well or risk getting stuck on a rising tide. No such fears on day one. This was silence. Not another soul in sight. Just the entire coastline to ourselves. A coastal paradise in the Western Sahara. Time to embrace the silence. Cook. And then break the silence. Now it's time to tackle this infamous white beach, the Plage Blanche. Nothing but sand and sea. And beach all to ourselves. To one of our all-time favorite camps. And time to play in the dunes once more. It was time to leave the silence of this special place and head inland. The route, a somewhat dry riverbed. We splished and splashed through puddle, after puddle, after puddle. And then I went a bit too fast into the big one. And with Cliff back in the driving seat, we whirled on to the final leg of our Western Sahara journey.
Yeah, excited. Going to drive a little bit of a rally stage, not at rally speed, and it's on the old Paris to Dakar route.
If we thought we had experienced silence and nothingness to date, we were in for a shock. Apart from the mounds that marked the rally stage, there was just an expanse of nothingness.
I spy, with my little eye, something beginning with S.
Sand,
No.
stones,
Nope.
sky,
Nope.
sun,
Nope.
sunny.
Yeah!
You know what is real proof of love? Swapping seats halfway through a desert. It was so sweaty. So sweaty. This is one of those drives that reminds us that we are tiny, because we drove so long. It was just nothing everywhere.
And our camp reminded us of the unforgiving nature of the desert and its stark beauty.
What do you expect from the drive today?
Nothing.
Spoiler, I was spot on. We drove through nothing until we arrived at our final Western Sahara camp. It wasn't by the ocean, but it was full of fish. A sepka, a saltwater depression in the middle of the desert. A perfect still and silent camp for a perfect end to this adventure.
This last one might be a bit controversial, but for me, it sums up the Western Sahara. The silence, the desolation, but also the stark beauty. The way the sunrise light casts across the scene, it's kind of magical. And I hope you will like the fact that Sully, our steed for all these adventures, features in this one. These 4 images are now available from And Other Horizons print store, link in the description below. This is a special collection that is only available for a limited time, just 1 month from the day the video launches. After that, this collection will never be available again. The prints come with a QR code you can scan to watch the story behind the shots. Thank you for joining us on our journey. Now, own a piece of the adventure.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, check out our Instagram account and print store where you can see more of Cliff's amazing photography. And I guess that's it. So, see you at our next horizon.
Are you reversing to pick me up?
How nice am I?
Thank you.
Still catching up to that train. Gonna get it.
Are you hallucinating?
Yeah, that's it. I'm losing my mind.
And if I pooped, I'm gonna start again right away, okay? No pooping, no pooping. If you watch the most beautiful part of Morocco. It was good. By the time we city hopped through Morocco, I forgot. Respect when people are recording things not in their native language. It's hard work.
I'm wearing white for a reason today. And the reason is you.